change host to you. Fantastic. So we're giving a little tutorial on how to go Facebook Live if you've never done that before. And why is this relevant? Because I think people want to see streaming video more and more than before. And so I was just teaching Sherry how to make that happen and make us be live on Facebook if it will work. And so let me know if you have questions, Sherry, as it comes up.
Okay.
And
I appreciate
it'll work for you.
Yeah, I appreciate you doing these on the fly tutorials with your marketing wisdom. Well, today's Salon session, we have Rhea Allen, who's the president and CEO of Pepper Shock Media. And I'm really excited about today's topic, especially, I mean, marketing is always changing, right? At light speed with social media and all the digital things now. But with the current COVID pandemic, the landscape's changing even more. So I just appreciate you being here with us today. You've been an Aired Club member for 11 years now. So
Wow.
Yeah, thanks for being here, and thanks for sharing your expertise.
Excellent. Okay, well, yeah, I just wanted to share a little knowledge on just some ideas and things that I'm seeing that people are, utilizing, and things that are working, maybe some things that are not working. And the question is, does Aired Club have the webinar Zoom account upgrade to stream on Facebook? I had to buy a webinar upgrade to do live stream. I think so. I think you do have the ability to do the webinars. At least when I saw it, it came up, and then I made Sherry the host. So it seemed like it could work. I don't know. Are you getting it to work, Sherry? Are you live streaming on Facebook right now?
Yes, I think.
Are you seeing us live? Excellent. So the reality of what's happening is COVID has occurred, obviously, and we're going to kind of see this new norm that people are talking about. And my prediction, and, just after listening to a lot of podcasts and webinars and being on Zooms, other people's Zooms too, just as much as mine. And I also am presenting what I'm supposed to be at a national convention in Las Vegas that is, it was, modified to be an online virtual event. So I've been doing a lot of research and, just being able to be helpful as much as I can to other industry professionals. And so what we're thinking we're going to be seeing is, and some statistics and polls that are coming out now, that before 28% of people worked from home on a regular basis. And now moving forward, we're going to, even after the quarantine is lifted and people can, come back to life again outside of their homes, that 68% of people will now be choosing or wanting the desire to work from home. So this is going to present different types of marketing opportunities in a way for us, because more people will be working from home. They're going to be on their computers, where they'll make buying decisions from home. So there's going to be a lot more opportunity to, I say, double down on your digital advertising and ways to utilize that. So those are some things that we're going to continue to see in the future, where people want that flexibility. And I just put on an event called Culture and Brand Camp and had all kinds of wonderful speakers. Normally we have an adult day camp where people come together and we, do fun things that way. But we had speakers from all over telling all about culture and branding. And we discussed how our culture, company culture from a distance, is going to change completely, and how it's going to require us as leaders to be flexible with our staff and our clients. Now client meetings are happening, and with my clients, I've seen it all. I've had, their kids as their coworkers and their fur babies. I even, the other day had somebody online with their turtle from home. So it's definitely going to be a different world for us, as we do business development differently now. We'll do negotiations and being able to get new business in the door is going to be a completely different world for us. Because people had to embrace very quickly the idea of being able to work from home. So with that in mind, I have the top 20 tips. Let me see if I can pull it up here. It seems, well, I'll just read them to you and I can share it, share it in the chat. So top 20 tips from virtual video working from home. Let's see if it'll let me do this here. Okay, can you see my screen? And did it change?
I can
I
see
just
your
want to make sure
Yep, I can see your
you see
desktop.
my desktop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Let me. It was not showing me the labels of what I was showing or what it was doing. So let's see. Let's do this one here. Now, do you see it says top 10 marketing ideas, ways to keep your business alive during COVID quarantine? Okay,
Yep.
Perfect. So I'm going to switch to a different one. These are all on we have a community that we've built a website, the Marketing Expedition community. And in this community, I've got lots of different ideas and things that people can utilize. So one of the things that we're wanting to kind of explain or understand is how working from home is going to be different, right? So, I've created the top 20 tips for virtual video meetings from home. And why is this important from a marketing perspective? Because if we are doing business from home now, more and more, if we're working from home and we're wanting to be presentable, we're wanting to, make sure that we're giving some good impressions on the people that we're working with. So with so many of us working from home, we thought this list would be helpful because I think it's going to be an ongoing thing from now on that people will be working from home. So number one, aim high. The camera, you want to have at eye level. I've seen so many people put the camera down or they're working from their phones and they have it down and then you're looking up their nose. It's just not as appealing as it could be, right? Number two, children are to be seen or not, right? So we were just kind of, poking fun at this because we're all stay-at-home parents too now, some of us. And so, finding a closet or a bathroom or a locked door for some peace and quiet. I even actually had to go out to my car to take a meeting because, so much was going on in the house. So just an idea there. And is this thing on? So I've been teaching people that if you hold the space bar down, if you're muted and you hold the space bar down, you can speak and then you release it and then it remutes you. So you just hold it down while you're speaking and then it will release you. So the idea is to keep yourself muted and only unless you need to talk. So Sherry, if you want to speak, you just hold down your space bar and then you let go. Number four, Luke, I am not your father. So some of us have these microphones that come in front of our faces. And if you don't do it right and you have it right in front of your face, it goes and it sounds like, Darth Vader. Number five, you've got to have more power. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm in my son's room connected to the computer because I forgot my power cord. I left my power cord at work. So I've just been so used to just working from home that when I did go to the office, I left the stinking power cord there. So make sure you're plugged in. And if you can Wi-Fi yourself, or if you're using Wi-Fi, but you can have the opportunity to hardwire, it's going to be better because hardwire, obviously, you're not trying to upload, download with Wi-Fi. And then another opportunity is to have a hotspot. If you are utilizing internet, we know that internet can, especially since everybody in the world is on Zoom and streaming and all of those types of things. So having an extra hotspot is an idea, especially if it's like a big, job interview or a presentation or, something that you're supposed to do. So I have my hotspot ready to go in case I need it. So upstream and downstream. So this is a big one. We all want to listen to our Pandora and ads. We've been placing a lot of Pandora ads lately, Spotify ads lately. So I have my streaming music on, but while I'm doing these presentations, I need to turn off the music. Even if you turn it down, it does not turn it off. So I recommend that people turn off all of their streaming devices while you're trying to do presentations because it takes your bandwidth away from you and it does not allow you the full capacity that you could otherwise have. And so when you're trying to market or sell something or do something or say something, your internet connection may not be as good. And right now, I did tell my students, my kids, that I am on a Zoom call. So please go have a recess break outside. Go do something outside while I'm on my calls, because it's gonna it'll just suck our bandwidth dry. We're having broadband wars here of who can have enough internet. Who let the dogs out? So Piper, our pepper shock puppy, we have Dash, our big dog, and this actually happened to me. This is where this idea came, is that our dogs, like in our backyard, were barking the entire time, and I couldn't like go and yell at them, so just thinking and being mindful of not sitting next to the window where the dogs are. Stay lit, like literally. That's what my 14-year-old say, Mom, it's so lit. Well, maybe, I don't know if you'd say that anymore, but use lighting. We have lights and ring light and that kind of thing that you can use, or just having a light in front of you, and not be backlit, because if you're up next to a window and it's bright outside, then you're going to be very backlit, and it won't look as good as you won't look as good as you could. And if you are on your phone, that's one thing, is that if you move around a lot and you're utilizing the internet, it starts to kind of give that shaking effect, or the internet, where your voice will then become like a computer robot. So stay put. And then also we talked about turning off Netflix and all of those types of things. Yeah, and since we've all been grounded, right? And it's giving a whole new meaning to being grounded. Yeah, my kids. I told him the other day, I'm going to ground you if you don't do what I ask you to do, Mom. We're already all grounded. We can't go anywhere. We can't do anything. We can't go on, airplanes and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I guess it does give a whole new meaning to being grounded. Music there. Give you your laptop. Oh, another thing to always try to do is restart your laptop at least once a day. What we're finding is people are having, issues, and they keep their computer on so much now. And their screens on, that the computer just needs a break, just like we do. Like our brains need a break. So be sure and restart your computer. And this one I figured would be appropriate for our Arid Club viewers. It's okay to whine. I know we've had our, women's, we've had our moments together. We had our quarantinis. And it's really, the point is to have something handy to keep your throat cleared, water or wine, whatever. Number 16 would be to pee or not to pee. And hopefully you all stocked up on toilet paper, but because we're finding so many people being on Zoom so often, you got to take a break. You got to schedule in some bio breaks there. And if you got stock in Costco or Albertsons or a toilet paper company, you did good. From a marketing perspective, those guys are just, that's amazing how their sales have been. Did everyone hear me say that? Know if your mic is hot or not. Day jammies or night jammies. So I was hosting a fundraiser for the YMCA during the night of the earthquake. And I found myself saying, ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing an earthquake. Please go find a safe place to, ride out this earthquake. And I had to get up, and I had my nice, my suit coat jacket on and everything. And then of course I had jammy bottoms and slippers on. Well, all 400 people on the call got to see my pajama bottoms and my slippers. So note to self, just make sure what you're wearing is appropriate for an earthquake. So proper linkage, always have all the links that you want to share in the chat, copy paste and then ready to go. So people aren't just sitting there waiting for you to pull up the links. And just keep this in mind. You can't get pulled over in your living room. So this too shall pass. And I'm predicting that in the marketing for in the next 9 months or so from now, babies, baby showers will be good. And then in about 13 years, we'll have our quarantines. Two things can happen right now. Either you can, get engaged, or get divorced. So, just be wary of that. We might have a surge in quarantines teens that are coming up. Actually, interestingly enough, China is experiencing a increase in divorces, sadly. So hopefully that's not happening to you. But from a marketing perspective, hopefully, you know, yeah, just be careful and cautious. But diamond stores are doing quite well right now too. And a bonus tip, give thanks to our first responders, our essential workers, and people keeping us all safe in our homes. And I have a DoorDash delivery if you need a delivery. Otherwise, go to the Yard Club and pick up your meals. And that's that. So I wanted to kind of share that just because I think that we are going to continue to see these virtual meetings happen more and more, just because now that it's what people are used to seeing and doing. So we'll want to continue to practice and continue to think about how we can make it interesting with virtual video meetings. Interesting backdrops. We have been doing different types of things to keep creativity and productivity alive, utilizing different tools that we can share with our customers. We're installing chat bots now just so that we can continue to be available as much as we can for our clients. So our marketing clients of ours who want us to put chatbots on their websites, and so just other tools, utilizing artificial intelligence to answer those calls as needed, and especially if they're experiencing high call volumes, that kind of thing. So other tools that just communicate differently than what we have before. Used to be that people would meet up at a coffee shop, and now it's hey, let's do a Zoom, and Zoomies as opposed to selfies, right? Now it's a Zoom, it's a screenshot of Zoomies. And other tools, like we've been utilizing Google Hangout more as well, Instant Messenger. I've seen a huge surge in a lot of different tools that we're using. So keeping that in mind. So I have a couple slides here. I'm gonna just keep going. Anyway, I was going to say the clients that we're working with and what we're doing to help them. Just wanted to kind of give a frame of reference why I can even talk about this kind of thing. Something else that we're doing that's different. We didn't see, we kind of had to do away with all of the networking activities that we used to do, go to events, trade shows, those types of things. And so one thing that we did is we created the Marketing Expedition virtual meetup every other Friday at 10 a.m. And we talk about different marketing tactics and ideas and things. And I think it's really just a neat way for people to get together and, share their experiences. We were doing the social hour shut-in shindigs on Thursdays. But now that the world is opening up, I think we're just going to move everything to the virtual meetup on every other Friday. So that's something else that's another thing that you can do is these virtual meetups. And or happy hours. Everyone loved the happy hour that we did at the event after Culture and Brand Camp, because then it just kind of let us all be able to, not necessarily drink alone in our home, but with our Zoom buddies, and we had deliveries from a local brewery that was delivered to all of our attendees, and they loved that. I loved that. So just, you can order, now that we can order alcohol and take it with us. We can go get those and make that happen. So that's just another thing to do. I lost my little chat. Where did my chat window go? There we go. Okay, show of hands in the chat. I'm just curious if anyone has had any kind of experience with a virtual happy hour. Just to give me a yes, I have, or no, I haven't. I'm just curious to see what people have done, if they've done any virtual happy hours. Yes, yes, good, excellent. Well, that's one way to stay connected, because I think that because we can't give hugs to people, and there truly is some studies going on right now that people are not able to give hugs, right? So their endorphins are not being released in their brains like they could otherwise be. And so it's the next best thing is humor, right? But the next other best thing is to still be able to converse with friends and not always just talk about business, but talk about things that are going on in their lives and how things are going. So very important to do those virtual meetups. Okay, so let's see. I talked about this next one coming up here. I did that. We talked about, the day jammies and night jammies. That's awesome. Some other things that we're going to see, and the reason why employee engagement is important for marketing is because I believe branding comes from the inside out. The brand experience starts with you and your staff. And so one of the things that I want to kind of emphasize here with this is that we continue to find ways to build our culture through COVID and through either being quarantined or finding ways to engage them. And I've seen some amazing things happen. I just read an article about how Airbnb, right, in the travel industry is significantly suffering right now, and he had to let go 25% of his staff members, which is about 1,900 people. And those are things you never want to have to do, right? But he had to, and he was having support with his other employees on how to, let those go that needed to, that had to, because there was redundancy and no longer a need. But he actually created a website for those that he had to let go, so that he could help them in their job seeking, be able to get jobs for them and help them in ways. And he also gave them some stock too in the company, but it was just interesting to see how that was going. So a couple things with employees, getting them to participate, make branding voluntary, but get buy-in, and they might help support and share and show. There is interesting facts about how if the company shares a post on social media, the engagement is not as much. But if an employee takes and shares what a company has created and produced, it increases engagement by 20%, because our employees will engage, and if they engage in their fans and followers and people who are friends with them will see it more. So by getting your employees to help support and share can be helpful in being supportive of them and their situations. We've readjusted our meetings with our clients because they're homeschooling, and same thing with my staff. If we need to rearrange a meeting and it's because we have one-on-one time with a school teacher and a student, we've just been very supportive and flexible, and explaining to our clients, what, our kids are coming first in some cases, so we have to resume resume Zoom. Anyway, that I'm going to remember that one. Resume on Zoom in a different time. Celebrate successes. We are doing our best to do our Friday fun lunches. Usually we get together as a team and celebrate with our clients what our clients are doing, how they're doing. We celebrate birthdays and workversaries, those types of things. And then we share about that because people love to see employees being engaged. Sherry, you did the Mother's Day with all the employees and their mothers. I thought that was just very touching for the employees to show pictures of them with their mothers for Mother's Day. I thought that was amazing, and that was really well done. And watched it a couple times because it was just so touching. But being able to, celebrate that and share your employees' successes just as much as your customers too. Hear those frustrations and with everybody, right? BMW stands for bitching, moaning, and whining. Listen to that. Listen to them, and you're going to get it because it's tough right now. And there's some hard things that are happening, and hard conversations that are having to happen. And we're not immune to that either. We're having clients who aren't able to utilize our services right now, and it's devastating. And there's nothing we can do about it. It's not our fault, but it's just happening. And our employees and our clients we need to be there for them and hear their BMWs, provide timely feedback. In this weird way of communicating now, we're not there to be in person, so we need to understand and over communicate and provide timely feedback as much as possible. And I subscribe to what Ron Price told me one time, and I just love what he had to say. And Ron is also a member at the Air Club, and also a friend and mentor and a client and a vendor, all the same. Don't deny, defend, blame, just say thank you. And that's just so important because feedback is critical. We have to give feedback. Sometimes it's critical feedback, right? But don't deny, defend, or blame, and just say thank you. You can ask clarifying questions, but don't deny, defend, or blame. Okay, and then smarter goals. So smarter goals, specific, measurable, attainable, relatable, time-based, ethical, and recorded. So showing those goals is something else we do. Non-monetary incentives for both clients and employees, but coming up with ways that we can incentivize or motivate or just keep our people going, and utilizing gift cards from our clients. Like Boise Fry Company is a client, and so I got gift cards and gave them to my employees, and just different ways that we can do that. Now I know that's a monetary thing, but at the same time we're supporting our clients, so just things that we can do. I've done some trivia games. Trivia winners win something, or I've given some time off, PTO an incentive, and those types of things. Play to their strengths, coach them up, and teach them to fish. Oh, I love this one. I always say, if you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for life. If you feed him a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for life, right? So same idea, like teach him, coach him, that kind of thing. And then, of course, all of our technology and tools. Thank goodness for Google Cloud and the Google Drive, because we have been utilizing that with our clients, and they share share files, and other people use OneDrive and other things too. But it's just a universal way for people to be able to do what we need to do and get things done. So, and of course, care and compassion, empathy and understanding. We will do empathy, usually of our customers, and who we're going to target and who we're going to talk to, and why we want to work with them, and what kind of motivators and how do we reach them, that kind of thing. But also empathizing with our staff, and empathizing with the people that are going through all of these things in a different way. I think I saw a meme or something that said, like, we're all going through this storm, but maybe not on the same boat. We're not all on the same boat, right? But we're all going through the storm together. And so everybody has a different way to go through what's happening. But we want to keep people being a happy camper, and in some cases, maybe maybe they're practicing social distancing and camping, and being remote. So it doesn't matter; you can work from anywhere now. So also, just kind of thinking about ways that we can come back from COVID, ways that we can kind of continue to introduce and reintroduce. One of the things that we're doing is marketing audits, and we are looking at just auditing your marketing and understanding what's working and not working, and what to stop, start, and keep doing, and looking at our blueprints, like our marketing strategy and our plan. And same thing, if you were to start the construction of a building, you need the help of an architect to create the blueprint or the plan, right? You need all the requirements. You need to understand, the specs and all the spaces and places that you need to build something and do that. So brands go hand in hand with that idea, is that, every brand needs to begin with a blueprint, and sometimes you have to make changes, right? But everything starts with that foundation for your business, to then be able to, if you need to modify and remodel that, then that's what we can take a look at doing. Because marketing audits right now, and audits not as scary as like a CPA audit, I promise. Marketing audits are much more fun. Sorry if you're a CPA listening to this later, but really taking a look at all of the tactics and all of the things that you've been doing, and just really remembering as you go through that process again, what is your brand essence? What are your values? What's your voice? And continuing to carry that forward, but maybe in a different way now. You're going to have to reevaluate the money and leverage the money that you have, because maybe you're not getting as much as you were before. And now it's really time to buckle down and make sure that what you're doing is truly working. But we want to continue to keep the brand essence, the heart and soul of your brand, their fundamental, value or quality that you have. And usually it's, still stated within 2 to 3 words, but maybe we're looking at it differently. Maybe we've opened up, new opportunities. What we found ourselves doing things that we had never thought we would ever in a million years do. Like, we're putting on a couple of virtual high school graduations, meaning that, virtual graduations, right? The class of 2020, these poor kids. Never did I ever think that I would be doing that, and I am. So that's just one thing to consider. Like, what else are you going to do, and how else are you going to get your brand out there? How are you going to pivot? Pivot, pivot, pivot. Right? That's the word we're saying. But keep your voice, keep your personality, the tonality, the moods, the attitudes that are conveyed. That you want to continue to stay consistent and true to that. But just understand what things you need to do in order to continue to get the brand out there, to continue to build your bottom line. But creating that relationship and continuing to build on that relationship now more than ever with your customers or your consumers. So you have a clear understanding of what your brand stands for, and then understand what they believe now and what you want them to believe in the future, and how you can define your brand, the look and feel, the tonality, the messaging, everything that is about your brand personality that you want others to understand and convey and buy from you, right? Ultimately. Okay, so we talked about smarter goals. Just, with you, take a moment and give everyone an opportunity to think about a goal that we can measure and track and hold you accountable to, and come back in 6 months from now and look at what this goal is that you're going to make with me right now. And we're going to make it very specific. We're going to make it measurable. We're going to make it achievable, right? And hopefully, what parameters we set with achievable. What the goals we made in January are not anywhere near the goals we are making now because of everything that's gone through. But and is it relevant, right? Like I said, we got to make some new goals now, because what was relevant back in January is not relevant now whatsoever. And timed, right? If we want to do 3 months from now, or 6 weeks from now, or 2 days from now, what is your goal? And then is it ethical? And this is important because there are all kinds of things going on right now with scams and, clickbait and hooks and just things that people are doing. I keep getting emails, daily about the PPP. Oh, you can, apply for PPP, and then it just sends you down this rabbit hole. Fortunately, we got our PPP money, but the government money from the CARES Act. But there are all kinds of things that people are going and getting scammed on. So you have to be very careful. You should never have to pay anybody to have them help you apply for the loan. By the way, just don't do it. I've seen that happen where people will say, "Oh, you if you pay us, we'll help you get your money." Well, that's a bunch of what. So don't pay anybody to do that. But when you can set those goals and then you record it. So what we do at our office, generally what we would do is we put them on a note card and put them up in our break room up on a cork board. And it's very visible. And we also have an accountability partner that we write on there. And we look at our goals, smarter goals. Last time I went to the office, I actually had to take a picture so that I could post it up and make sure that all those goals were in front of our staff. And we make goals with our clients too, and understand what they're wanting to achieve, so that we know what we're doing is working. So we have really been doing a lot of these marketing audits lately to uncover what it is that our new goals will be and how we will move forward in this new COVID, era that we're going through. So I want you to take a moment and just think about a smarter goal of what you want to accomplish. Now, it can be marketing related. It can be, maybe you want to clean your house. I don't know. But since we're talking about marketing, let's make it marketing related. And if you care to share, that's awesome. If not, that's okay too. But maybe it's you could do a percentage if you didn't want to share a monetary goal, or maybe it's, for sharing, maybe it's how many new members we want to attract or retain at the Arid Club, or, and within a specific amount of time. And what is relevant, what's achievable, what's realistic, right? So take a second and think about, what is your goal? What are you going to do? I'm going to pause for just a second and let you think about what your goal is going to be and the time frame that you're going to make it. I love goal setting, by the way. And our participants can do this too. And if you're watching this later, I also encourage you to pause and let this sink in. And what kind of goals can you make? You can make more than one too. Does anybody need any help with their goal? I'll look at the chat here too. Does anyone care to share what their smarter goal might be? You can take names out to protect yourselves.
I'm trying the spacebar trick.
Oh, good job.
See, I already learned something. Yeah, so I'll break the ice. What has come out of doing all these Zooms is an idea to have a video member directory. So do Zoom interviews with our members and then have those live on their page on the website. So like I can get to know everybody because physically meeting everybody, going to lunch at the club, right? Like that's almost physically impossible. But so this would be easier for me to do. But then also it lives, so you guys can all learn about each other. And then also I think it will help with like new member orientation. They can get to know the current membership. So
so when's your time? What's your time frame?
I know. I'm like, that question's coming next. So yeah, it's a big lofty goal and there's 300 members plus spouses. So it's at least a year.
Okay.
Or more, but I've got to start. So like get the first one, you know?
I love it. I love that idea. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
let me know how I can help. I think that's great.
Well, I'm going to be hitting you up probably.
There you go.
Since you're such a Zoom expert, it should be no problem.
Yeah, no, I'd be happy to help. Maybe we can schedule a whole bunch of people at once. So then we can just do the speaker view or something. And then you can knock out a whole bunch. That'd be awesome.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay,
cool. Now let's see, is there anybody else that would care to share theirs? And it's not, okay. Go ahead and put it in the chat and I'm going to continue on, but let's just keep going here. So just talking about some strategy and tactics and things that I've seen people do that have maybe worked, just giving you some ideas of things that could work, or just giving you some inspiration on what you could do to modify or do something differently. But as we think about our new marketing strategy for the new era that we're in, the new decade, what's going to happen within the next 10 years, and it's unpredictable, right? So what we can do is we can pivot, but we can also make those goals to see if we can, maybe there's a monetary aspect to it. Maybe it's branding, maybe it's awareness, maybe it's reducing your customer acquisition costs, but raising the number of customers or qualified customers, increasing the lifetime value of your customer, and looking at the different areas in marketing that can be adjusted and what tactics you can take to do that, because customers want to buy value and they want to be they want to feel that value, and so doing those types of things can help with that. So just some tactics, ideas. A friend of mine, she is a hairstylist. She owns a hair salon, and 50 people are currently out of work right now, and it's not reopened at the moment. But she's doing a lot of social media, and she's doing a lot of previous, before, and after photos that gives you some ideas. She's created home care kits that she's delivered to her customers to continue to be them. She's ding dong door dashed and gave them a detailed instruction on how to utilize the root touch up, so we don't have Corona Lisa. Have you seen Corona Lisa? So the Mona Lisa, and her hair has roots that have grown in. Anyway, it's another funny meme, but just ideas of doing deliveries, right? The Ding Dong DoorDash has been, very well received, and then her customers have posted before and afters with her kit. and just giving her all kinds of kudos and, and everything, right? And orders have gone up. She's been busy doing custom mixes for her clients whom she already had on file what their color, profiles were, and so she's putting those together and delivering them and hand delivering them, and she's putting some nice little you can order the products and shampoo, and she's got a nice little note on there. She said, for those of you who haven't taken a shower in a while, here's some hair dry shampoo. I thought that was pretty clever because people aren't taking as many showers, I guess. But anyway, so those are some ideas. But just the delivery factor, the personal touch, the thought of taking care of her loyal customers, and how she's doing it, and people are paying for it and tipping her generously, and I think that is helping her to stay alive. I mean, really, literally stay alive, right? She's a single mom and 2 kids, and she's doing everything she can, right? She's just making it happen, and so kudos to her for doing that. And then some other things, we've got the curbside delivery services or pickup delivery services, all those types of things. We've got the Instacart now that people are, getting people shopping for them. But some of the things that we thought of, even for our customer, our own clients, how can we help? What can we do? And we've sent survival kits, care packages to them, and we, have the variety of things that they need, like chocolate. And in some cases wine, but it's keeping your brand alive, keeping your name in front of them, with a list of things to do, and my list of virtual home meetings, we send that out, give them value, give them something that they can utilize, and it helps, just continuing to keep your brand out there, continuing to be valuable to them. I delivered geraniums to one of my clients because she was talking about how she wasn't going to go to the nursery to go pick up her flowers that she normally does, because she was wanting to stay. She's a little bit older, and she's COVID, I guess, could be sustainable to that. So, or susceptible to that. So, one of our other clients is Adam's Gardens, and they, have been, everybody in the world is right now deciding to plant a garden. And so they've been pretty, wiped out. Right. And so they're just, for a while they were taking phone orders and they couldn't keep up with phone orders, but now you just kind of line up and then they'll deliver to you what you need at the drive. It's like a drive-through garden nursery, but anyway, so I went and got her some flowers and just took them and got her some potting soil and did that. So just little things to add, to make value. One of the speakers yesterday on the Culture and Brand Camp was talking about how and they're in hospice care, and so they're healthcare heroes, and really truly, and they what they did was they created a basket that was going to travel to each of their employees and to their clients, customers, and they did that basket is getting filled to the next person with whatever they feel like whomever's name they drew would be something that would make them feel good, or have them give them a good day, right? If it's wine or chocolate or toilet paper or whatever, and then that basket goes on to the next one. So anyway, I think there's just lots of different ideas of things that you can do to help out. Virtual happy hours, delivering alcohol to people has seemingly done well with a note or a message, or this virtual happy hour is brought to you by XYZ company. We did that and gave the company time to speak and present and share about their company, right? And everyone was very receptive and very grateful for that. So anyway, some other tactics and ideas there that are seemingly working, that's just continuing on. So that is the ideas. We talked about customer acquisition costs, just continuing to build a stellar brand and ideas that you can use to that. And I'm going to probably wrap up here shortly, but just a few other things, providing relevant, shareable content, finding a scalable way to enable your staff and clients to quickly and easily share brand appropriate content across all their social networks, give them something to talk about. And then I always say the 5 R's. The 5 R's, Rhea's 5 R's are giving ratings or recommendations, referrals, rankings, and then finally rewards. So if you can give people on Facebook or on LinkedIn referrals or reviews, or if you can endorse people, those types of things. So my 5 R's, and then rewarding those people for doing those types of things. And really now it's just one way to help support those businesses that need that support. I was on a nonprofit posting the other day, and it was like, remember all those times when nonprofits ask for small businesses for all of the things that they, can donate and give? Well, now it's time for the nonprofits to go and support those small businesses just as much as they had supported them. And we had a moment of that. But anyway, that's the truth. Just staying flexible with time and energy and importance there. Another tip, and then this is what I was telling you earlier, 80 to 90% of working Americans would like to work remotely, at least part-time, and 68% said that they would expect to work remotely instead of commute to an office every day. So keeping that in mind. Also, just a couple of other pointers here. On Facebook, 85% of the videos watched are without sound. So creating things that are audio agnostic is helpful, meaning that you can create a story, people will watch it and maybe have the subtitles on the bottom, but knowing it's not going to be watched. Another couple little stats and then we'll wrap it up here. But right now, watch time for shopping related videos on YouTube grew in the US by more than 5 times over the past 2 years. And I think even within the last 2 months, it's probably exponentially grew even more. Mobile queries of where to buy near me have grown over 200% because of Alexa and Google Home and Siri on your watch. Where do I find a hair salon near me? And that's continuing to increase. 53% of online shoppers say that images inspire them to purchase. And then mobile searches for stores open near me has grown over 250%. And I have to imagine the last 2 months, that's where you're going right now to understand who's open, when they're open, what their hours are. And so continuously updating your hours of operation on your social media and on your website, on your phone message, on your chat bot if you have one, all kinds of things. And then let's see, quickly, TikTok is the most installed app. So if you are under a certain age percent, then you're going to want to figure out TikTok, because people do turn the audio up on TikTok. And then thinking about the colors of things that you're going to do, we want to reassure people with calm colors and messaging, because I think that that's what people need right now. They want to feel confident. They want to feel secure. They want to see that. So just thinking about imagery that you're using. And then, like I said, if there's any help that we can do with the marketing audit in any way, we'd be happy to do that. And make that happen. And let's see, I think that's pretty much all I really have. I could talk about marketing all day long, but I want to wrap up and be respectful of people's time. And hopefully you've gained a few ideas of things. And if you have other ideas that you want to share, feel free to chat and put them in the comments, or let us know on the Facebook group if there's any other ideas that you might have that you see other people doing that's working. And we'll go from there. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Rhea. You gave us so much information. I was taking notes like a mad woman, and I appreciate it all. And your energy and enthusiasm for all this is awesome. And your color wheel of orange just represents you so perfect.
Orange means fresh and renew. So that's what we want. We want to have a renewed sense of, eagerness to get out and come back from COVID.
Yes. I can feel the excitement. So hopefully we'll see you at Ladies Night on Monday. at the club?
I'm trying. We're in the middle of moving too, so
Oh,
we're
that's
kind of
right.
figuring
Yeah.
all out. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see people again. So
I know. I think
yeah,
there's definitely a feeling of excitement and renewed energy. So I appreciate your time. I appreciate you being a virtual salon session speaker for us and helping us figure
absolutely.
out Facebook Live. It's been running the whole time. So
Yay! Good
that's
job.
exciting.
Excellent.
I think we'll get some discussion over there.
Yeah,
So thank
yeah.
you for
I'll
being
pop
with
on
us.
and make a comment too. So thank you. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, Ray.
All right. Have a
All right.
good day.
You
All right.
too. Bye.